I would start calling him Jordan Peterson.
We have ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania live in effect.
If Kawhi Leonard is implicated in this, you're looking at fines, suspensions, voiding of contracts.
I'll buy tickets. I'll be there.
All these teams, they're waiting on LeBron. There's a tier of free agents that are waiting on LeBron.
You're going to be an unhappy camper in them playoffs, kid.
I start getting texts from people around the league that there was a fight.
Iman, did you ever play any offseason runs in the summer?
My boy Darryn Peterson do. Just go ahead and just foul. Just get your fouls up. Outside of LeBron, who is the top free agent right now that everybody is trying to position?
And now, from Oak Park, Illinois, your host of the Shump Street Podcast, Iman Shumpert.
Good morning. What's going on? And welcome back to Shump Street. I am your host, Iman Shumpert, here with my big brother Ari and the gang. And this is the NBA show with championship aspiration. So in the first quarter, let's check on some NBA offseason news and events. Shams Charania reports that Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro got into an altercation at Summer League. Some are speculating what happened in the alleged DMs between Herro and Bam.
No, it was actually a fan regarding Bam. Like, he was talking to a fan. He wasn't talking directly to Bam on those text messages, the DMs.
Tyler was DMing a fan back?
Yeah, which was crazy. It's like, I want to ask Shams a little bit about that. Like, is that a burner account he was using or what? Like, you just have these type of conversations with random fans who hit you up?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I hope not.
I mean, this is the first time I've seen the messages. I've never seen the messages. When he's healthy, he's the guy. He needs help. I need help, not the other guy. Come on now. Let's call a spade a spade. He gave me both arms. Like, come on now. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
You can't do that. This ain't that.
How you feel though? Like, come on, buddy. Like,
I get it. No, that's what I'm saying. I get it. You gotta stand up for yourself.
Man, you got 83. No, remember, I was mad at Bam for doing that because I knew I knew this is the type of stuff that was about to happen. I knew this because you was Mr. 83. Now people about to start throwing their little shots. That's why I'm like, man, you got too much to do right now. Please don't say nothing about it. But honestly, now that it's coming out and it's making him mad on the inside, I like it. Let's
on the
roll.
inside part.
Yeah, let's roll. Man, Miami, Milwaukee, I like it. Let's get something started.
In a WWE type of way, this really, it works. You know what I'm saying? For real, like it works. You know, like
WWE.
Nah, for real, just because think about it. Just because it formulated online, like it's almost like it's so funny and weird the way that it happened. It's almost like, man, is this real? Like when I was reading this, I'm like, bro, is this really how he is?
I don't know if Tyler think that's funny. I don't think he think it's funny. He looking like,
no, he don't think it's funny. But I'm just saying,
where's his help at in the playoffs? That's what he said. Well, he healthy.
But to say
who's helping him in the playoffs, though? This is what he's saying. His words, not mine.
Right, but to say that, to a random fan like that, just right off the top of the head, it's almost like, bro, you freestyling this shit? You taking this out on the road?
Hey, so it trickles on down, though. Draymond Green wonders what Udonis Haslem got to say. He said, I remember when I got into it with Jordan Poole. I remember when the Poole incident happened with me, who was really outspoken about it and it really bothered me, was Udonis Haslem. I saw UD get into it with guys on the team that was younger than him before me, a la Jimmy Butler. Then he came out like, this is ridiculous. You get into it with your young boy, I would never. I can't believe you did that. Like, so Draymond felt like UD, which I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know UD said that. Out of everybody, it's like UD, like, you made that part of your game. putting your foot down, tell them to shut up, or I will slap you.
Right, but it's not like this though. That's the thing. These, like Draymond, even that situation was different just because it was very WWE. Like you just wound up, swung on him.
Nothing WWE. That was more.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying the way that it
was more heavyweight champion. It's just more. That boy need to be out there with Tyson. That was a vicious punch. Real talk.
Jordan Peele's head was, kind of turned.
Jordan Peele, look, you put him in a murder movie. You went to the murder movie. That's how bad the punch was. You went to a murder movie maker. You heard Jordan Peele. Wow. You saw red words. It said Draymond in red.
Red rum.
My bad. Hey, Jordan Peele, my bad, dog. We love you. Love your game.
No, it happened.
What I'm saying?
You know what? No,
it happened. I've been hit like this before. Like, for no reason, don't make sense. Ari done Draymond Green to me a couple times.
No,
it's okay.
They usually make sense. Like, that's the thing.
They don't make no sense.
Punches,
I bet Draymond, he probably felt like you could see this coming. I ain't picking on you. He probably felt like that. But once they connected.
Not true, but you don't just load up on somebody the way he did.
That's how I used to feel when you used to do it.
But it's a real, I ain't never sucker punched
you. Get in the weight room and get bigger.
I'm saying I've never sucker punched you just like, man, especially when you got your head turned or when you look another way. I've never done that to you.
It's time to bring Otis Wayne Shumpert the third on to verify that if you ever blindsided me. So when I first saw this, I was like, damn, this is two guys Udonis has raised. If you raise this young guy the light that you was saying about me, and now he punches the other young boy, that's why y'all kind of co-raised and y'all gonna have that same energy. So he basically saying like, Udonis like, Bam, your young boy, and he doing what he learned from you, basically enforcer mode. And on the flip side, he like, you kind of a hypocrite, low key, because you get out like this and then you saw me do it. You went on the TV and said that shouldn't have been done, but you also talked the enforcer talk. Mm-hmm. And he was enforcing something. So I get Draymond's his comeback. And now we got Udonis Haslam's response. So
at Money Green, I see some things just don't change, LOL. You was on sucker shit for 4 years ago when you swung on Jordan Poole, not Jordan Peele. And you on sucker shit now. I usually don't engage, but since you went so far left to get my attention, here it is. Wow. If you think your big 32-year-old, 3 or 4 rings at the time, having ass, swinging on a 23-year-old Jordan Poole at the time is the same, then you are even more delusional than I thought. First of all, Bam is 28. Tyler's 26. Wow. Neither one of them got it all figured out yet. Maybe I was giving you too much credit at the time because I thought you did. That's why I commented. Second, anyone who knows Bam knows he's strong as a baby bear. If he would have unloaded on Tyler 100%, it's over. You fired off on that young boy like it was a club punch, and you never met him before in your life. Third, yeah, I did go at Jimmy. You damn right. Shit you pulled in Golden State and the shit you pulled in Chicago talking crazy to Hoiberg and disrespecting teammates in practice in Minnesota ain't gonna fly in the 305. So yeah, I checked his ass. Call it heat culture or whatever you want, but before I let one player disrespect Spo in front of the whole squad, cut his legs out and disrupt what 15 other guys got going on to get accomplished, I'll kick his ass. I owe that to Zoe and Tim Hardaway, Glenn Rice, and the rest of my OGs. So no more passes for you, Draymond.
So basically,
sounds like if they see you, it's on sight.
That's what it sounds like. I low-key get what Udonis is saying. He was just saying with Draymond's stature and who he was, that shouldn't have happened. Like he should have had more of a awareness to be like, let me not go that far.
That's where, Draymond, it's like,
I get it though, Draymond, because you'd have been straight on our team, and me and you would have just fallen.
Oh no, yeah, you do what you got to do. It's just the optics didn't look good at the time.
You and JR would have fought. You and Braun would have fought. Real talk though, I don't think nobody would have had a real problem. It was just like he was passionate. he played really hard. Somebody like that is bound to get into a couple of confrontations. You just be happy when he on your team. You know what I'm saying? But I think Udonis Haslem, I'm a fan of both y'all games, man. I hope y'all can figure that out. Y'all don't need to be giving each other passes or no weird shit like that. We talking about a situation. We all can communicate about it. We don't need to send each other down a path where niggas is getting fined no more. Like, for what?
Or even beat up. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to see somebody.
I ain't gonna lie. On the court, though, I get it. Like, sometimes during a game, he gets chirpy, blah, blah, blah. Miles have to have that conversation off the court. Like, hey, bro, let's keep it hoop. Whoa, whoa. Long as everybody stand down there, everybody want to keep it hoop, we good. Other than that, it's like, bro, keep that shit popping. Have you ever witnessed a locker room situation like this? I've seen plenty of locker room situations where you thinking these two can't get along, and then we have a kick-ass season for the rest of the season because that shit happened, where they got into some altercation, a yelling match, whatever it is. The tension sometimes has to get there for grown men to understand what's going on and for us to really get some progression. Sometimes it really got to go down and the smoke got to clear for all us to look at each other and look around and say, hey, man, we got something special here. We need to chill. We need to stay together. We need to do this. Sometimes it's good for camaraderie. I ain't saying you need to be out and fighting, but it's good to know that a guy will fight you because he believes that much that we should win. It's a beautiful thing. LeBron still hasn't made a decision on his next destination. Oh, man. Friend of the show, Brian Windhurst, says sources told him that it is a done deal, but not in Cleveland.
He keeps doing these sweepstakes, but it's like, how does he actually decide where he's going to go? Like, is it all just a whim?
At this point, I mean, he didn't say happiness for no reason. Like, he really does just want to go somewhere and be happy. I tell you this, LeBron. Is this about happiness? I don't know how Cleveland going to go for you. You're going to be an unhappy camper in them playoffs, kid. People keep thinking that you can morph them boys, but I don't know, kid. I don't know. Miami. It's definitely gonna be lit. You ain't gonna win none over there.
You don't think so? I think
I was all about Golden State till Jalen Brown went to Philly.
You think he got a joy? You think he got a joy?
If that's the top destinations, if it's the top destination, I just know you ain't winning shit in Miami. Y'all need 3 years.
You think so? I think think he can have an impact right now in Miami.
He can. It'll be cool that they're coming to town. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna sell.
That's how you gonna talk about it. Oh, yes, that's cool. That's cool that they're here. We are.
That's awesome. I'll buy tickets. I'll be there. I'll be there.
But you ain't placing you ain't placing no bets. You're not placing no bets. Yeah,
not one. You remember I told them last year with the Lakers. I say, hey man, love them to death. Second round, they're gone. No, that's because of injuries. No, that's because of this. No, that's second round. Good night.
And we know that's happening. We know injuries will be a part of the season.
I won't say. I'm just looking at what I need to look at. That's all. I'm just saying, if this is about a ring, Philly. This is about selling tickets, Miami. If this is about ending your career the way it should go to Cleveland. Just don't go to Cleveland trying to be happy about a win, because you're not going to win there. Don't go to Miami.
That's the right decision. But don't make it try to be happy. Like, try to fulfill yourself. Try to complete. You're not gonna be happy. Legacy.
Yeah, this is about the return tour. This is not about winning. Don't you dare go over there and think it's rolling with the winners. I don't know what's up with them during the playoffs. Don't do it.
Yo,
I've been on the team when LeBron was frustrated and he felt like he got too much going on. He gonna start shipping shit out of there, man. LeBron worked for UPS, boy.
I seen the clips where him looking at people and they're like, at this point, he was out of there.
You knew.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
When he putting the
threes.
pass on, or when he flipping the towel and leaning back and just be looking at him,
or he just looking at the coaching staff.
Get out.
He start going to the GM mode. Yep, he go GMO you. You go.
You know what? I complain a lot about him and his antics, especially when he's GM LeBron. But I'm gonna miss this when he's gone next year. I'm definitely gonna miss all of the interest that surrounds around this, because him making this into a spectacle.
He's not gonna be gone next year, I don't think. He got another 2.
Oh, you don't think so?
I think he got another 2 years.
I know.
I don't think he's signing. He's not signing a retire. I think he give you 2 years, and now he want to end. I think some of the motivation for LeBron is to walk off after all of this and just be walking around chilling. He doesn't want the injury to beat him, or you know what I'm saying, the last hurrah to be 2 of his road dogs was down. And,
what's the quote? Michael Jordan, when he was like, I want to be able to retire knowing that I could still play, like knowing that if I wanted to step back out of here, I could do that. And, I just don't have to because I'm that good. Is that what you're thinking? Like, well, at least what he's thinking, that's what it sounds like.
I don't know about that. It's some niggas that's good, bro. You ain't even win last year, so it's some niggas that's good. You can't do that.
Not that he's better. Yeah, he's definitely passing the torch, but at the same time, it's like, I could come and compete with y'all, just saying that. Yeah, okay.
He got to join forces. If he join forces, he can. But I think he knows, though, just Father Time won't let him do some of the things he wants to do. I was watching LeBron's younger version of himself. And
high school? St. Mary's?
No. When he first got in the league. This is the Bo Williams days. The man was out there with Wally Zerbiak.
Yeah, the headband days. Yeah.
Yeah, Wally Zerbiak shooting threes, getting mad at him. And he was just destroying shit. Oh, my God. The 55 in the guard, it was like, well, what is he doing? He tweaking. Or 52 in the guard, not 55.
Yeah, let's not even talk about his that playoff dismantling he did of Detroit. What was that, 2009, 2010, when he scored like the last 32 points
had to be 09
of the game or whatever in a double overtime.
Last 29 of their 32.
29, there you go. Yeah. Like he was killing. That was my witness moment. That was my witness moment.
But fast forward, Joe, I was watching another clip of when he first got to the Lakers with D'Angelo Russell. And the man had to bring them back from the Clippers, and he just started tweaking in the fourth quarter. He just started tweaking.
Yeah.
He just started tweaking. Oh, yeah,
he got his moments, man. Yeah, he got his moments.
They've been doing this for 3 decades now, man.
Yeah, like he got his moments, bro.
If he owned 3 decades of basketball, that's just incredible to think about. Victor Wembanyama takes a slight pay cut on his max extension, opting to take 25% of the cap instead of 30% of it. How do you feel about pressure the CBA puts on players to take less in order to facilitate team building? I tell you what, boy, you're smart. Jalen Brunson did that now. Oh, y'all want a piece? Yeah. Save a little money. What's the difference in $200 million, $250 million? Because your ass was broke. That's what be crazy to me. I'm like, dog, I was broke. They told me, yeah, you could go take you got an offer for like 40 years. You got another offer for 52. It's 10 M's, Joe. Yeah, after you done playing and you just want to trick off, yeah, you be like, man, I could use that 10 M's. But dog, I sacrificed that little 10 so that we could have got that ring. Yeah, I wanted that bad.
Yeah. Man, he got endorsements and all of that other shit. He don't have to worry about
you gonna
this.
Get it back.
He got to worry about this.
Vic, while you giving out 5%, just toss me a look. You know,
you don't get to say that.
I'm basically your agent anyway. You will, you know, I'll be promoting y'all. Be willing to. You be kicking my team.
Still don't send the shoes either.
Vic, what my shoes? I need the new aliens, bro. By now, you know, Legendz.com, but for our international players, we have Legendz.io, which has all the action of Legendz.com, but with the international twist for you guys. Legendz.io has live table games, slots, and a sportsbook with instant redemptions and VIP benefits. So for our international Shump Street neighbors, or if you're just on a trip abroad, make sure you go check out Legendz.io. That's Legendz, guys. Legendz with a Z. All right, man, we are now into the second quarter, but we are going to stop, pump the brakes, and talk about a little Summer League. Now, as fans, how do we watch Summer League? What's the context around the games? Do fans need to understand, and what can we learn from these games? What you can learn from these games, this is also a learning experience for all the new guys coming into the league. Talk about the rookie transition program. This is one of the biggest rookie transition programs that they have. This is teaching all the rookies to now get rid of the shot clock that you had in college. Get rid of that old defense that you were accustomed to in college, where you could just camp out in the lane and you could just stand here and be big and take up space. You now have to cleanse, young man. Go ahead, cleanse that lane. It's now time for all the rest of the guards to see, oh, man, that lane is wide open. I can go out here and be athletic. That's why you always see kids leave from college and they're way better, because the defense changes. It's a big boy game. They're allowed to hand check. They're allowed to be a little bit more physical, but there are different rules. You got your 8-second rule to get the ball across. You got your end-of-game rules. You also have little slick little things that happen in there if you like to bend the rules, as we got to see my boy Darryn Peterson do. Just go ahead and just foul. Just get your fouls up. Just get it up. You can't foul out.
Yeah,
you had 9 fouls. Can't foul out. Take advantage. Be aggressive. Understand the whistle. Understand what you can and what you can't do. And then also get refs used to what's going on. How do you watch these games? Y'all don't have League Pass yet? What are we doing? Let's get League Pass. If we don't have League Pass, we don't have ESPN? We can't go to ESPN.com? We don't know how to do this stuff, guys? Come on. This is basketball. You got to go find it. Come on. You got ChatGPT. Come on. You guys know how to find this stuff. Let's go. Either we're watching or we're not watching. You know what I mean? Number 1 pick, Dybantsa, scored 27 in his Summer League debut. I thought he had 35. He was right. He was 27. We didn't know who he was. I'm going to tell y'all who he is after this. We keep saying Tracy McGrady. We are incorrect. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's just like it. It's just like him. It's 2 foot. It's square. Y'all want to know what I see? That is Jabari Parker that just want to be on the perimeter a little bit more. Jabari Parker was all business. All business. As soon as he touched that thing, downhill we go. But it's 2 feet. It's got a quick spring. He got a quick second jump. He's got some of that.
Finesse.
Yeah, he got some of this. You know we like a look. Or you know we like a little
action.
Of that.
Yeah,
we like a little of that.
A little pizzazz.
Yeah, give me a little of that.
A little razzle
AJ giving you a little razzle dazzle.
Yeah, the scoop. That's the thing. I want to know how long he gonna get away with the little scoops. Like, you ain't gonna get away with that for long. You ain't gonna get away with it for long.
They batting that down in the league. I ain't gonna lie. But
that's what this is, Summer League. Like, we do got to realize, like,
he could take the elevator, though.
There we go.
He could take the elevator.
Definitely. You could definitely see nothing but potential and improvement in his game, especially when he gets a little bit more quicker, because you can tell he's not fully developed, like, physically. So,
no, but he's also in really good shape. I can say that about his game. Mm-hmm. He's in very good shape, excellent shape. So I love that he's a workhorse.
Honestly, I got to say that about most of the players. I've only seen maybe 4 Summer League games, but I don't see that issue with anybody really. Like, so
no, they look in shape.
Hats off to them. Yeah, hats off to them.
Speaking of in shape and healthy and figuring out the little cramping situation they keep talking about, Darryn Peterson is 24 in that very same game. Let's roll the tape. Young Gilbert, man.
Low key, he is like a little young Gilbert.
He's exactly Gilbert. That's exactly who he is. That out there.
He threw that shit. Yeah. That's where he gonna be real good.
Yeah, he had 9-on-1 shots.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how he deals with being under duress. He is
It's
soaking
almost
over
like
the arena. But you can't take his handle. You can't speed him up. Plays with the ball right in front of himself, so you got to respect it.
And he stays in good approximation with the screen, too. So it's like that's always a threat, that pick and roll.
Yep. Good pickup points. Gets it right to that jumper to where he get it off. It go right to the shot pocket. Coming off 2 dribbles off each ball screen. I like it.
Yeah, let's show a little bounce.
Nope. He's very Blues Brothers about his. He just get his basket. He not a get on the breakaway. He ain't got time. He not time. He ain't got time. I think he do got some bounce. He just don't got time. Look, Cha. Yeah. Gilbert Arenas, the next coming.
I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. I like that comparison.
It is now halftime, and we are going to see what's going on for today's entertainment. Rob John, who do we have today?
This is Kai_King08 at his school talent show. Showing off his handles.
Okay. Cha-cha-ha. 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 Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Come on, shorty.
Oh.
Yeah. They don't understand the work that's going into this. They don't understand, young man. They don't understand. I see that. Oh, he was blindfolded all the time. Man, I need a boy, man. That's what my boy doing for the talent show, man. He about to put on a performance of a lifetime. I might have him give y'all the, you remember when Isaiah played the Dominique game? I might have him give me the one thing, lay on the floor.
Lay down.
Hey, remember, if you want to see your performance on our halftime show, make sure you tag us on one of the Instagrams. Either me at Iman Shumpert, my brother at Ari Shumpert, or you can tag the show at the Shump Street Pod. Either way, send your video in. We want to laugh, comment, share. Make sure you get the reactions you deserve. Okay, guys, so it is now the third quarter, and we want to take the time to get with our special guest. We have ESPN NBA insider Shams Charania live in effect, man, the guy behind the collective scenes. All right, so Shams, earlier we got to discuss, you broke some news. Usually your breaking news got something to do with signings. It got something to do with a little bit more information about a trade. What's chirping around the league, or what is actually now verified that has happened. So to see you have breaking news that says somebody got smacked, we'd like for you to elaborate a little bit.
Yeah, Shump, I'm going about my day on, I think this was Friday, and
right.
I start getting texts from people around the league that there was a fight that occurred between Tyler Herro and Bam Adebayo. And you hear about these all the time, right? Like, Shump, you played in the league. There's so many times you get into verbal stuff, you get into physical moments where guys have to be separated. And, I kind of am going about my day kind of like assuming that that's what this was. And then I got a couple more texts that there was a hit to the face area from Bam Adebayo to Tyler Herro. They got into a back and forth. It was a pretty fiery back and forth, and there was contact made to the face, and with a hand, and whether it was a punch, whether it was a open hand, there was contact made to the face, and I think that's what rose to the level. And at that point, I'd received dozens of people reaching out, because this happened, Shump, at a public domain. This was at a practice court in a Las Vegas hotel, Resorts World, where multiple teams practice. It was definitely interesting to get that, because you don't see that every day. There's obviously things that happen. There's always dust-ups. There's always those interpersonal relationships. But, yeah, I think this rose to that level. And then you think about the context to all of it, right? Former teammates. They spent 7 years together. We know about the back and forth that happened on social media between Tyler Herro and a fan, where Tyler Herro seemed to critique Bam Adebayo, his former teammate. Bam 100% didn't take lightly to that, and that's really what started this back and forth. And so I think you combine all those factors together, and this is certainly a storyline I thought that mattered for everyone.
I like it. And I like it because my brother was raising his eyebrows and saying this is like WWE to him. It starts a beef, something that happened online that's going to trickle over. We're just going to be waiting on that game to pop the popcorn for. And I ain't gonna lie, I already wanted to see it just because you want to see guys that get traded kind of, stick it to the team that traded them just so that they can have that little chip on their shoulder and say, y'all shouldn't have traded me. But now this is must-see TV after a hit to the face. I don't know if it was a punch or a smack either. I just hope it pissed Tyler Herro off, and I want to see a great game. Two of the stories you've recently reported are the Kawhi Leonard trade to the Toronto Raptors, and now the trade being put on hold by the NBA. Why is the trade on hold, and what is the latest as far as that investigation of Kawhi Leonard off the court?
The trade being on hold is like 10 months in the making, because you think about way back in the fall last year, the NBA started an investigation into this company aspiration that potentially was used by the Clippers to funnel money improperly to Kawhi Leonard. And that investigation is ongoing, but no one thought that would be an issue with any potential trade talks. Like starting early June, whether it was Minnesota, Detroit, obviously ended up in Toronto, these teams were circling on Kawhi Leonard, wanting to trade for him. And there didn't seem to be any type of restriction in these trade talks. Everyone thought it was just going to go through. And there was an agreement that was reached. We were, Shump, I know you were part of the free agency show, and everyone, were celebrating, talking about Kawhi Leonard going to Toronto. That was June 30th. The league moratorium got lifted on July 6th. And, one day goes by. Then July 7th goes by. Then July 8th goes by. And then you end up at July 9th, July 10th, and there's still no announcement of a trade. And you come to find out the NBA made it clear to the Raptors that, listen, you can go through with the trade, but it's going to come with potential risk. And you're putting yourself at a risk if there is any discipline toward Kawhi Leonard. So I think this did come as a surprise for the Raptors, and the Raptors, took the position where, listen, if you're telling us that there's potential risk here, we're going to just wait out this investigation. And so technically this deal could have went through, the Raptors could have went through with it, but the messaging they got from the league clearly gave them some pause. I've talked to both sides. Both sides expect this trade to go through once this investigation is over, and the investigation could take a few more weeks. So we could find ourselves, in August potentially, and be 11 months into the investigation, still no word on it, on whether there was anything improper found with the Clippers or Kawhi Leonard. But this has now created a pause to the trade that everyone thought was a done deal. And I think there's still expectation that it gets done. But if Kawhi Leonard is implicated in this, you're looking at fines, suspensions, voiding of contracts. And I think that would obviously have a major impact on a potential trade.
Voiding of contracts?
Yeah, what could be the worst that can happen, Shumps?
Listen, the absolute worst case scenario that no one is expecting in this, literally no one, Shump, is expecting this, but the absolute worst that could happen is Kawhi Leonard's contract being voided or him being suspended for a significant period of time, whether that's 40 games, 20 games, an entire season. But no one knows, because it all comes down to the evidence. What's found in the investigation. Is there proof that Kawhi Leonard had participation in this? To my knowledge, he has denied all of that. That he's completely denied any wrongdoing, any knowledge of anything improper. And the Clippers have denied it as well. So at the end of the day, we're all waiting on this investigation.
With the current CBA and aprons in place, what have you heard around the league about team building? Have you heard more noise about players taking less in their contract negotiations to form a better team?
It's certainly something that teams are starting to think about and bringing up with their players, because it's just a reality. These second aprons, it provides such restriction on trades. And so whether it was Jalen Brunson with your Knicks a couple years ago taking $100 million plus less based on his extension years, he's going to be eligible next summer, I believe, for a massive, massive extension that should get him back repaid. But to be able to give the team the cushion of a few years of, listen, undervalue money, you're able to build the team the right way. And that's why these guys potentially take pay cuts, right? That's why Jalen Brunson took a pay cut, so he's able to have a Josh Hart, a Mikal Bridges on the team. That's why Victor Wembanyama has decided now. The Spurs gave him the full max, super max extension offer. That's 5 years, almost $303 million. And but he had to play 65 games, and he had to make either an All-NBA team, win MVP, or Defensive Player of the Year. Listen, he was a near lock for any of those things next season as long as he played 65 games. So he was going to get that $303 million. So for him to make the decision that I'm going to take $50 million less so that we can now team build. So Stephon Castle can get paid. So Dylan Harper can get paid. So they're able to build the team the right way around him. That was the big thing that Victor Wembanyama decided on, is he wants to win and he wants to compete. And he knows if he took the full max, super max, there could be some issues down the line with team building. And so I don't think it's made it a certainty that every player that's now going to come up is going to take less, because we just saw Donovan Mitchell. He signed for the football. He got his full 4 years, $273 million.
No money left on the table.
No money left on the table. So I think it's just a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
But I do believe, Shump, it is a conversation that a team and a player, the player's agent, it is something you get in a room and discuss based on team building, how that goes. And I do think that is something that's unique. But it isn't necessarily new, right? Like we saw LeBron, D-Wade, Chris Bosh. You think about the grand scope of that trio that developed in Miami. That all came from these guys taking less each. Yeah. And so it's not like a new topic, but it is something that now in the second apron era, you have to be very mindful.
Yeah, that second apron term, boy, been killing me all summer.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go to Bobby's class for a day or two while I'm out here trying to learn a little bit about the CBA and the second apron. Speaking of contracts, Gary Trent Jr. just re-signed with the Bucks for a 4-year, $64 million deal. Last season, he had his worst scoring efficiency number since he was a rookie. What do you make of this deal, and how do these deals become a standard around the league where you can say this is what this person deserves?
So, Shump, there's a few factors with the G Trent deal. One is you saw a couple of years in a row where Gary Trent Jr. took the minimum. And that certainly raised eyebrows around the league, because at that point his play, especially coming off the playoffs last season, not this past season, but the 2025 playoffs, I believe he averaged, close to 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points a game, shot 50+% from three in the playoffs against the Pacers, and he took a minimum the next year. And so there was a school of thought that he had potentially better offers there that summer, but he decides to sign for less. And certainly there's a lot of people raising their eyebrows around the league at this deal that was completed over the weekend between the Bucks, Gary Trent, and his agent Rich Paul. And so it is something that everyone around the league has raised their eyebrows on. But I can say there was at least one team that was poking around a potential sign and trade at around the same type of number. It didn't form, it didn't happen, but there was a team that was looking at it. And so does that mean that his value is at that level? Because sign and trades are totally different. Technically, the free agency market, the salary offer wasn't out there, just an unrestricted free agency potentially for Gary Trent. And so I definitely think, given the production, given the way he played last year, certainly there's a ton of people with their eyebrows raised. But listen, for Gary Trent, after the year he had, 4 years, $64 million contract agreement, certainly a great deal for him.
Without a doubt, especially in today's climate. I think that the mid-level, rightfully so, it climbed. And, though it jumps off on paper, those type of guys are needed in the league. We need the glue guys. We need guys that keep the train on the tracks. You're going to have to pay him a little bit. Get your 64, Gary. Go ahead and get your 64.
Real quick, though, before we move on, I wanted to know, is something like that, a deal like that, is that like more of a handshake deal? Like you guys had a solid agreement before we got to this point? Or is this something that wasn't as premeditated and you are just seeing appreciation for a player that hasn't been playing well the last 2 years?
I do think a lot of people around the league are asking that question about whether this was something that was discussed. But again, I don't have confirmation on that. That is something that both sides, if the league does inquire on it, they're going to obviously have to turn over evidence and proof and go through their process with the league on how they came to that agreement. But I haven't gotten an indication when this this, to my knowledge, after the finals, that it kind of land on that deal. The reason why it took so long is I do think there was at least one sign and trade potentially that these sides were discussing if they wanted to go down that road. Obviously, they chose not to. They ended up doing the deal that still raised a lot of eyebrows.
I see what's at the bottom of the page. Rich Paul. Yeah. That's what you need to know. Yeah. Rich Paul. Yeah. Gary Trent Jr., $64 million. Rich Paul.
Right,
that's what you need
hold
to
my
know.
beer. I got this.
What are you hearing on LeBron's free agency run? Where is it now?
Shump,
what are the top teams?
What are you hearing, man? Give us the goods, man. Shump, I feel like you're holding out on us, bro.
No, I don't have any. Real, bro. I really don't have anything. I was telling everybody that for the most part, all I was able to formulate while I was down there was that he was going to continue to keep playing. He was taking care of his body. He was eating right. He brought that Bosu ball. He was doing his back exercising his core. Anytime Bron's that locked in, I know he's playing another year, but he really didn't make any indication as to where he was going to go. He laughed it off every time me, RJ, or Channing tried to get a little real estate in the conversation. He laughed it off and pushed it away. Those probably weren't the two best guys to be around while I was trying to get this information, but they were there.
Yeah, RJ will turn anything into a joke. So
yeah, he's a circus.
Some little line, and it'll turn the page on the conversation. But I think where it's at now, I think LeBron James, Rich Paul, I think they've had a good amount of time. I mean, almost 2 weeks of free agency to sift through information, sift through the interested teams. Think about Cleveland, Miami, Golden State, Philadelphia, Minnesota. When I talk to teams, my feel is that the focus has been around Cleveland, Miami, Philadelphia, and obviously the Sixers kind of came on the scene when they got Jaylen Brown, because you look at that starting lineup, Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid. Think about a four that can slide right in. There's probably no better player in NBA history than LeBron James in that starting five. And then you have the two legacy moves with Miami and Cleveland. LeBron's already played with both teams. Both teams are set up kind of in similar realms to win a championship, at least compete, try to win a championship in the Eastern Conference. The Cavs just made it to the conference finals, but we're here now recording this July 13th at about 11:22 Eastern time in the morning. I haven't gotten a feel that there's a decision here, in the next little bit. We'll see, at the end of the day, LeBron James has as much time as he wants. And so all these teams, they're waiting on LeBron. There's a tier of free agents that are waiting on LeBron to make his decision. And you think about a guy that's in year 23, going on year 24 at 41 years old, about to be 42, that's basically held up, probably 8 to 10 free agents right now, and has held up the league from some business over the last several days at the very least. And everyone's waiting. And I do think, again, the focus seems to be on those three teams, and the rest is going to be up to LeBron and Rich Paul to sort through.
Matty, again, at the bottom of the page.
Rich Paul.
Where would you go? Where would you go if you're LeBron James?
If I'm LeBron in this moment, I want to win. Like, I know that the retirement tour means so much to everybody else. The only thing that means anything to me is LeBron getting 6 rings to match Jordan. The only way I see that route going is Philly or Golden State. I think that, I don't know why Steph Curry always proves me wrong of having more in the tank, but I'm done betting against the light-skinned dude with the eyes. So if he go over there, I would expect to see great basketball, and I expect to see a slugfest in the playoffs to where Father Time has to beat the youth. On the other hand, I could see in Philly, like you were saying, he would be the great glue guy that they always needed, and he would give another franchise that has been longing for a championship a chance to go and get a title. Tyrese Maxey has been all the legs LeBron needs. VJ Edgecombe got all the legs LeBron needs to just do his thing, and they'll run rapid around anybody. So I would, if I was LeBron, I would go to Philly. I could see Philly happening. Now that they got Jaylen Brown, he got a big over there. Yeah, give me LeBron to Philly or LeBron to go to State. LeBron to go to State makes a little bit more sense to me. You know what I'm saying? To go out playing it with Steph, even though it's going to piss us all off for like the first couple of games. I ain't going to lie. It's going to piss me off. Same way it pissed me off with KD. But after a while, I'll get over it. So I want to say Philly.
Listen, there's a lot of appeal in Golden State, clearly, and we saw Draymond Green say on his podcast he was with LeBron last week, spent time with him, gave him a pitch, and so again, all these players, I'm sure, are reaching out to LeBron. I'm sure he's got a lot of information he's got to go through, and I do think though, like every day that goes by, the guy's definitely getting closer and closer to a decision.
All right, man, we'll stick with that. James Harden is still a free agent. What are you hearing on that front?
Shump, from everything I hear, James Harden, the Cavs, totally on the same page. They're locked in together. You know, he opted out of $42.3 million. There's only one way he opted out of that deal, and they allowed him to opt out of that deal, and that's with a new deal potentially in place. And so I think they're sifting through what that looks like. I think there's multiple different frameworks, 2-year deals, 3-year deals that could be in play based on if they get a LeBron James, based on if they get another acquisition. You know, they're also, looking at a guy like Jonathan Kuminga. So if they miss out on LeBron James, do you look at someone like a Jonathan Kuminga potentially? So I thought
Kuminga went to LA.
That's not done yet. I believe the Lakers, the Cavs, a couple other teams, potential suitors for Jonathan Kuminga, but no deal yet.
Damn. No deal. Well, he the guy that he shouldn't be getting held up. He should have took that 150, man.
LeBron.
He should have took that 150. No, I'm talking about a couple years ago when Golden State offered the extension.
He had to prove himself, though. He had to prove himself.
I feel it. Get your money. I'm going to stay out your business, boy. I'm going to have my faith. Jimmy Butler did it and got paid ridiculously. I hope you get your money, my dog. I wanted him to get his bag. You shouldn't even be out here waiting on no LeBron decision.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh, man, that boy could play.
Yeah, I mean, I see the James Harden chatter out there. But, again, my knowledge is him and the Cavs are on the same page. Him waiting this time is just to allow the Cavs to give them the space to see what else moves, whatever maneuvers they can do, and then kind of come back and figure out what his deal looks like.
Could you give us, outside of LeBron, who is the top free agent right now that everybody is trying to position themselves to get?
I think there's a group of guys, DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
That someone got waived by the Sacramento Kings. He's 100% a guy that you look at, as one of the top free agents that are on the board right now. And just the reality of the situation is he's going to likely have to see how it plays out with LeBron James, because some of the teams that want LeBron also want DeMar DeRozan. And so what does the money look like? What does the situation look like? And so DeMar DeRozan definitely on that list. And then you have a group of guys, James Harden, you just, expect him to go back to Cleveland. Jalen Brunson, restricted free agent. He's a guy that him and the Pistons continue to negotiate a new deal. He's restricted, so that creates an issue. But I think him and the Pistons will continue to work through a deal. We'll see when that comes to fruition. Ben Mathurin, you think about he finished up with the Clippers in a pretty big way last year. He can score the ball. He's an 18, 20 point per game scorer when given the opportunity. And so, but he's another guy that's restricted. So we'll see where he ends up. Brad Beal, that's a guy, he opted out of about $5+ million on the player option. He's still a free agent. So whether he goes back to the Clippers, whether he goes to a team like Miami, a lot of dominoes still at play. Listen, everyone's waiting on LeBron James. Everyone's waiting to see that domino that falls. Peyton Watson, another restricted free agent. He's got multiple teams, the Clippers, Milwaukee, Atlanta, all trying to figure out, can there be a sign and trade deal that can take place? The Denver Nuggets asking price, of course, is going to be high because that's a guy that they value. They also want to potentially bring him back. And so that's probably the biggest, unknown domino right now, because Jalen Brunson, restricted free agent, you expect him to be back.
Well, he's going back. Yeah.
Based on these conversations, based on the market. But those are kind of the big name guys. And Draymond Green's still a free agent, obviously. James Harden's still a free agent, but the expectation on both sides is those guys go back to their respective teams, but they're waiting out the LeBron James of it all.
Hey, man, neighbors, man. Shump, Charania, thank you for coming through, man. Coming through the Shump Street Podcast, man. Appreciate all your time, man. Thank you, brother. Hey, man, it is now the Legendz fourth quarter. WNBA All-Stars have been announced. Paige Beckers, Kaylin Clark, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Sonia Citron, Jonquel Jones, and Angel Reese. You know Angel gonna get her post in, girl. All-Star rookie Olivia Miles has been named an All-Star star. Run the clip. Yeah.
And she been busting ass.
She been going crazy.
Yeah,
Goggle lady. Goggle girl.
The fro. No, for me, it's the fro. No, this is Dr. J-ish.
I love it.
Ooh.
But she do look Dr. J-ish, always playing scoopy doopy.
Yeah, with that shit flying through the air like that. And how it's like, it's all uneven.
She's scooping ice cream, man. She work at the ice cream shop.
Iman, did you ever play any off-season runs in the summer? And where and what were they like?
I did a lot of off-season runs. I usually did New York with Chris Brick. We used to have pro runs in there. Just because a lot of guys come to New York, they're going to travel there, bring their families there in the summer. So it's easy to get pickup runs. Yeah, it's a nice hub. Miami, I used to get a lot of good work out there. My boy Mike Beasley. L.A. We did UCLA. Yeah, that's back when I was wearing outfits, bro. I'll never forget. I only had my kicks in the car because I had to switch out my orthotics. And I pulled up somewhere. I really had on a fit. And they were just talking like, you ain't going to play. So I played with a fit. And then I started playing in fits. That was the summer of fits. I was just playing in fits, bro. I was sweating out $400 shirts, man. I was tweaking. That was.
You were just playing in your regular street clothes?
Kinda, yeah.
That's crazy.
But I was like planning it because it like became a thing. Like they saw me playing with a hat on. It looked like white men can't jump.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
That's how I looked. I looked like Wesley. Started putting the hat on. I had a hoodie on, but it was because I was just out there talking shit. I wasn't supposed to play that day, and then somebody started talking a little too much, and it was like, all right, I'll play. So I played with a long sleeves, shorts. It looked kind of swaggy, but it was like, he had a fit on. Like, so then I just started wearing fits when I knew to wear like shorts and have sweats and cut the sweats at the end to make shorts and then just morph it into an outfit. It was good for the ladies. The girls was like, I like that. You know what I'm saying?
The mellow shorts.
For sure. No, these are the Rasheeds. The Rasheeds started
the Rasheed, my bad. Not the Mello, the Rasheed.
Saying, people forget how much shit that Mello did because he knew she couldn't play. So he was like, that's what people know. The legend of Carmelo Anthony just will continue to grow. Mello, I know I told you you weren't going to be shit if you ain't getting no rings, but you some shit, bro. Because you really did hold it down as a real nigga the whole time, and you let them shit on you. They did all that. You just kept it tall the whole time. You've been the ultimate professional. Shout out to you. Man, this has been another episode of Shump Street. We want to thank y'all for coming through. Make sure you go check out Legendz with a capital Z. Thank you for hanging with us, and make sure you go subscribe, comment, like, share, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And we'll check you out next time. Till then, we are gone.
Why I keep it? What people on it?
Whoa.